Hello and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today in the review box we have the Alpine A110 from the AutoStrasse Car Culture Set. We're going to be wrapping up reviews of this set today because it has been a while, but let's go ahead and take a closer look and see if this one is worth adding to your collection. So we'll go ahead and get started with our casting overall, and our proportions are pretty good. I would actually go ahead and say that they are probably perfect. I don't know if they're necessarily 1/64 scale perfect, but they look good and nothing looks wonky or anything like that. We'll go ahead and put the real life car up in the top right corner there. So this is not a new casting, but it is this casting's first time going premium. So overall, the casted details are the same as the mainline. We have like this kind of grille section is texturized, looks good. Same with these little small ones here. These little extra headlamps are rising up. They're casted in nicely. Other than that though, we kind of have just this kind of plain basic casting. Not a whole lot of extra things that you wouldn't expect. Our exhaust is down here. And then we have kind of a plain base. I'm assuming that's kind of how this car's underside is in real life, is kind of a plain thing like more supercars are, but I'm not for sure on that. We did not get mirrors casted onto this one. So yeah, that will pretty much wrap up the casting. I'm gonna keep this a little bit quick since it is not a new casting. For our paint and deco, that is where this particular version really shines. So we do have the Alpine Motorsport livery on there, and this particularly is the F1 teams. Kind of the giveaway to that, since they do have a Le Mans team as well, is this actually says Alpine F1 team down there, and then they do have the 31, which is, I believe, Ocon's number. I'm not 100% certain. I don't watch Formula 1 all that closely, but I do believe that's Ocon's number. So yeah, this overall livery looks fantastic. So we've got the Alpine logos with the Alpine colors throughout the thing. It looks great. We talked about the numbers already, the Alpine F1 team deco, or labels right there. It came out really, really nice. I think that this really separates it from the mainline versions quite a lot. So other than just having more detailing, like the headlights and all that, just having this really cool deco just works so nicely for it. As far as our detailing goes, so like we mentioned up front, we do get grills tampoed in this time around. We have our license plate holder right there with no license plate on it. We do have Alpine kind of written out right there, looking good. We do get headlights in all the right places. I think the mainline version skipped putting a tampo on these. It's been a while since I've looked at my mainline versions, but I believe so. We do get a little reflector down here. We get another little Alpine logo on both sides here that I think I did not talk about in the details section. We got these black 10 spokes wheels. They look really nice, really clean. They match the livery quite well. Moving on to the back here, we do get taillights, and it does say Alpine right here. You're just not gonna hardly be able to see that because it does blend in quite well with underneath my lights at least. And then up top here, we do get some sort of logo up top there. I'm old and blind and can't see it. But yeah, so our details a little bit better than the mainline version. Definitely enough to boost it up in my opinion. Moving into our roll test, it is a Hot Wheels Premium, and it rolls no surprises. So for our pros and cons, the biggest pro that I'm going to say is the livery. So overall, just this deco is fantastic. The Alpine F1 team colors, the detailing to the number. We even get the little F1 team writing on the side there. It just came out nice. It's a good touch, and it's a really good thing for this casting to get. I think it just really works. The other big pro is the proportions of the casting itself. I think they did really nicely. This is a car I really love. Obviously, as a big Lotus fan, I'm a big fan of any kind of small sports car like that. And this casting has been kind of a peg warmer as far as even this version and the mainline versions go. And I just think people are really sleeping on it because it's a really good casting. For our cons department though, we only have one that I really want to talk about, and that is QC issues. So if we look at the back here, you can see right there on the base piece there is a huge paint chip. Now that's not the end of the world. I can fix that pretty easily actually, but it is something to note that, you know, that has been like that ever since I opened the blister. So that did not get like that on my end. So it is something that you will probably just want to search for before you pick this one up. Just make sure you don't have any paint chips in it. For some quick size comparisons, I actually don't have any other Alpines in my collection as far as castings goes. I don't have a classic A110 from any manufacturer. And so I do have some other Renaults to show you though. So here it is next to the Hot Wheels Renault Megane Trophy and the Hot Wheels Renault RS01. And here it is with some other small sports cars. The Porsche Cayman from Hot Wheels and the Lotus Elise from Tomica. Alright, it is now time to give my overall thoughts. So I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. It's not a new casting, which obviously for premium sets I'm always searching for that new casting, but I think that this casting fits perfectly with the AutoStrasse theme. Just in my mind, this is the kind of car I think of that. It is the casting's first time going premium, and it does offer quite a few extra details that the mainline versions do not get, so that is a big plus for this version. The deco overall is so nicely done and just such a cool idea, such a cool concept, and it works so nicely that I really think that's a big plus for this release as well. So with all that kind of factored in, just keep an eye out for QC issues like paint chips and something like that before you grab it. And I would say this is one you really, really do not want to miss out on. This is probably the best Alpine A110 that has been released by Hot Wheels thus far. And that is all I have for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below, comment telling me what your thoughts are on this particular release, and make sure you subscribe so I can see you again, and I will see you in the next video.